Hi, I'm Louis-Philippe, and, and in a world where real deep talk is mostly avoided, I've made it my mission to make it normal to open up again. Open up about what happens behind the smile, like our doubts, the disconnection that we have with ourselves, just to be able to smile. That quiet distance that keeps us from real healing. Through through my videos, I want to guide you back to yourself, to help you slow down, reflect, and reconnect with the parts of you that success or perhaps survival might have silenced. If you're tired of fake depth and forced happiness, welcome to Louis Philippe Talks. You know, you know that feeling when you look around your life and you feel like everything's fine, everything's good. At least it feels good, but there's something missing. You've got the job, the relationship, the friendship, the routine. On paper, you've checked the boxes. You check the boxes that you link happiness to. But yet, even everything is being checked, there's that quiet emptiness underneath it all. If that sounds familiar, you're not crazy. And you're definitely not alone. Because sometimes, even when life looks good, you can still feel completely lost. It's not because nobody talks about it that it makes it that you're alone living like it. Here's the thing. We've been taught to chase success, not connection. Since we were kids, the idea of success has always been tied to wealth. Work hard, study hard, achieve, impress, be responsible, and then wealth would come. And we do it. We build that version of life brick by brick, like the house we wish to live in one day, because we all want to succeed. No matter what your vision of dream life looks, either American dream or another dream, money always seems to play a part of it. Regardless what you want, even if it's just having a nice little meal, well, you need to still to pay for it. We all know it, and we go for it. But somewhere along the way, we stop asking the most important question. We stop asking how we feel about it. We stop asking if it actually feels true to us. We sideline ourselves, chasing a picture of what happiness is supposed to look like. And then when we find ourselves in that happiness, there's that reality shock that appear, that face us, that hit us. That's where the disconnection begins. You can have all the right things and still feel like something's missing inside. It's like buying a two-seater sport car when what you really need is a minivan for your family. It looks good. For sure it looks good. But you're leaving what matters behind. You're leaving your family, you're leaving yourself behind. At first, you might not even realize it's happening. You've got your goal, you're chasing your dream, and it's exciting. You're driving your car full speed towards your goal, and it's exciting. But the closer you get, or once you finally arrive, something still feel missing. Maybe you wake up and feel flat. You're doing everything right, but it's all a blur. You're so excited about reaching that goal that you forget that you're alone in the car. And when you go out of the car and you want to share your dream with the people, well, nobody was there. in the ride because you took a two-seated sport car just to look good for the trail, for the journey. We're constantly busy trying to prove something to someone, even though we're not sure what anymore. Maybe you're not even proving it to others. Maybe you're trying to prove it to yourself that you're right to keep going. Or maybe you catch yourself thinking, I should be happier than this. And then you feel guilty for even thinking about it. That's that guilt. That voice saying, you have no right to feel lost. Other people have it worse. That's what keeps us stuck. It makes you afraid to even imagine something different. Because on paper, you already have everything. But feeling empty isn't about ungratefulness, it's about honesty. It's it's like going back to that car metaphor. And when you drive, everybody who sees you are like, "Hey, that's a cool car. That's really cool. I wish I had that car. I wish I had that ride." And then you would realize that, hey, actually, this is not the ride I want. I want to be with my family. I want to share those moments with them. Yet you keep on driving just because you're afraid to hear people complaining about you, about like, what is he complaining about that he's not happy in that sports car? Like, everybody dreams of that car. And now he's complaining. Like, what the hell? Never happy, yeah? And then we keep on going just to avoid that kind of harsh comments because we're afraid of taking in it. We're afraid of standing for ourselves and be, I can think what you want, but at the end of the day, I want to be with my family because that's what matter. Like, yes, having the sport car can be cool. It's definitely cool. Like, we'll be honest about it. But if there's nobody to share the ride with, then what's the point? If the people that matters the most in your life are forgotten behind just because you want that sport car, then you end up alone. And that's what happen when you don't put yourself first. That's what happen when you let other people's judgment take control of your decision. It's not about ungratefulness that you want a minivan, but it's about honesty that, hey, I want a minivan because I want to be with my people. And when you will drive, probably you will not have the people that on the sidewalk that will look at you and be like, "Oh my god, that's a cool minivan." No, because it's just another minivan. But what matters is the laugh, the music, the memories you will create with the people in the car. Because even though there's more people outside the car than inside, the people inside, well, they're with you the whole journey. And that's what really matters. Because at the end, when you will get to the beach, for example, when you will go out and your whole family will come out with you, and then you'll have the day to the beach with them instead of just being alone, be like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I would just want to go back home. It's basically your inner self saying, hey, this version of life doesn't fit me anymore. And disregarding that feeling because of what people might say, it's like staying in that flashy car. Listen, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Like there's nothing wrong with me. Okay, maybe there's something wrong with me, but that's another conversation. What you're feeling, it's not a flaw, but it's a signal. A signal from your inner self saying, Wake up! You've been living from the outside in for far too long. It's time it's time to come home. And that's actually good news. It means you've realized there's more to life than this. There's more to life than external goals. It means you're ready to live from alignment again, not just achievement. Because happiness isn't driving the flashiest car alone. This. There's more to life than external goals. It means you're ready to live from alignment again, not just achievement. Because happiness isn't driving the flashiest car alone. It's being with the moment. It's being in the one that fits your life. Laughing, singing, making memories, like I said. At the end of the day, it's those memories that you will carry with you. You'll not remember those people, or maybe you will, but they will be less significant than the people you spend your life with, the people that ride with you. It's not about the applause or the image, but the real stuff. So, how do you start feeling whole again after being disconnected for so long? Here are a few gentle steps. Now, it's up to you to go up the stairs, but I'm happy to show you the stairs. So, first, pause. Take the time away from noise, from the screens, from pressure. Sit with yourself, even if it's uncomfortable, because that stillness in a world where we keep running towards places, that's where you start hearing your truth again. That's where the external noise stop, and then you can align with your inner self, with your inner noise, your monologue that keeps trying to reach you. Ask deeper question. Not what do people expect from me or what am I going to eat for dinner, but what feels right for me? What do I miss about myself? When do I feel the most alive? What activity do you do that you really do for yourself that makes you feel like, wow, this is me? Your heart usually knows the answer. You just need the strength to listen. Simplify. Let go of one thing that looks good but drains you. Just one. It may be a commitment, a habit, can be a version of yourself you've outgrown. You know, it's cool to be 12, but when you're 13, you're 13. It's not against the 12, it's just how life goes. If you're unsure what it is, go back to those deeper questions. They'll guide you. Reconnect with what's real. People who see you. That makes you feel human. That makes you feel you. Either music, nature, stillness, creativity, sport. Those aren't luxuries, they're lifelines. It's not a luxury to take the time to live. And finally, celebrate small alignment. Every time you choose honesty over image, every time you listen to yourself instead of the noise, when you say no to others, so you can say yes to yourself. Not against them, but for you. Saying, I know I will not take that last shot because I had enough, but thank you for the offer. You say yes to yourself, not against them, but because you choose yourself. But then if you would take that shot, and then the next day, you would have the worst hangover, and your friend would say, hey, do you want to do something? And say, no, go away. Then you would say no against themselves. Because what would live in you wouldn't be love towards yourself, it would be hate against them. And it's a fine line. And if you don't know what I'm talking about at this very moment, if you pay attention to yourself in those moments where you say yes to others, but your inner self is screaming no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You just need to be attuned with yourself to reconnect a little more to yourself. So every time you say yes to yourself, be proud of yourself that you loved yourself enough to put yourself first. So if you feel lost right now, please remember this. You're not broken, you're just disconnected. You don't need to fix yourself, you just need reconnection. You just need to find yourself again. And regardless of how long you feel you've been disconnected, see it as a television or a lamp. You disconnect a TV for a day or a year or 5 years. When you will reconnect it, then it will work again. Electricity will go through. You're just one decision away from reconnecting to yourself. Of course, it's not going to be like happening one night. It's like going to the gym. You need to go continuously to the gym. You need to take care of yourself every day, but you're just one decision away from starting to go to the gym. The same way you're one decision away to start reconnecting to yourself. Because when your outer world finally matches your inner world, you don't just look successful, you feel whole, you feel peaceful, you feel alive. You're not lost, you're just finding your way back home. If today's talk resonates with you, if you've been feeling disconnected, lost in your own life, or like you've built walls around yourself, I want to invite you to something truly special. In January, I'm hosting a free online workshop called The House of Self. It's for those who want to slow down, reconnect with their body and emotions, and rebuild that sense of home. We'll discover who you are inside, exploring your boundaries, and finding balance in your world again. It's on the 5th of January. It's completely free to join. You can sign up through the link in the description and start the new year not by adding more to your life, but by finally coming home to yourself. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.